right, so now we should finally have some audio going through. Not 100% sure if it decided to function correctly yet. I guess we're going to find out. We're going to go ahead and check. So, now, okay, it looks like we've finally got ourselves some audio. All right, guys, so we're going to give a couple people a minute or two to kind of jump in here. We going to check and see if this is live or if it's not. Not really sure if anyone remembers that old is it live or is it Memorex? That was like probably too old for a lot of people. But we're gonna go ahead and dive in to this new tool. Whoa, as I break everything, don't mind me. There we go. Let's go ahead and see. Let's copy and paste this over to somebody. All right, so in front of us we have the new Milwaukee M12 Fuel. This is the 4-in-1. It's got like a right angle tool. It's got a 3/8 inch chuck. It's got an offset. It's got a 1/4 inch hex. Looks like it says it has 2 batteries inside the box as well as a charger. So for anyone that's looking to sort of get started in the, I guess you could say, into the Milwaukee game. I mean, for myself, I am moving over from Ryobi. Not really sure if this would be the tool to switch me over, but I guess we're going to find out. So let's go ahead, let's dive into this and see here sort of what we've got going on. Going to just place that there so we can go ahead and make sure that we are in frame the entire time. So here we go, guys. We've got the M12 Fuel. As we can see on here, I'm going to go ahead and try and get the box close enough for you to check it out. But we're going to have our drill itself. We've got a 3/8 inch chuck. We've got the 1/4 inch hex. We've got an offset, and we've got a right angle. It does say 2X, so the CP 2.0 batteries, so it's probably going to be their 2 amp hour batteries with an M12 charger and a contractor bag. This is part of their red lithium series. Looks like we've got, what is that, 300 inch-pounds max torque. So inch-pounds compared to foot-pounds. 300 divided by 12, what is that, like 22-ish? Let's see, 220, add the 2's. Yeah, so about 220 foot-pounds of torque. Unrivaled access and control. 4-in-1 dedicated solutions. Says that it fits all M12 batteries, which, by the way, right now, if you do pick up, this guy, most places are going to give you their new, I believe it's new, it's the new 6.0 high capacity battery. Give me 1 second. Let me go grab that and I'll show you. And we're back. So, This is the included battery. So this is what they're including with their, like special purchase, special bonus at the moment. Give me 1 second to cover up my serial number. I'm not ready to give away my 5-year warranty yet to any one of you guys out there. Not that, maybe in the future a 5-year warranty giveaway wouldn't be a bad idea. But just so someone doesn't get sneaky, I'm going to just cover this up a little bit. There we go. So now, okay, so this is their new extended capacity 6.0. This is part of their red lithium series. It's a standard M12 battery. It's just got a nice beefy bottom section to it. It shows you that you've got their entire light demand versus heavy duty. Extended capacity, more power, and more runtime. So it looks like this package contains 2.0 batteries, and since we got the special deal, we get an additional extended capacity 6.0. Now, for the star of the show, let's go ahead and, it looks like this end is sealed up pretty good, but what do we got here? Let's go ahead and break this plastic open so we can get inside. There we go. All right, let's see. What do we have? All right, so we are first greeted by what looks to be their contractor bag, as we saw earlier. Oh, it's actually a really nice bag. We're gonna go ahead and just set this off to the side. So that way, there we go. You gonna stay? You gonna stay for me? Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so this is the bag that it looks like it all comes in. So it's actually a pretty nice bag. We've got a heavy duty zipper, which almost looks to double as, does it look like a bottle opener to you? It's kind of crazy. Well, I guess we'll find out here in a second. Well, I'm not going to open a bottle, but you know what I mean. Let's go ahead and run this zipper the entire way around. Oh boy, it's just all laid out right in front of us, right there. All right, so yes, in fact, it does come with 2 of their batteries. I guess we'll take one of them out now and see what they are. Let me just double check. Is there a serial number on here? I'm about to give away to you guys. I don't see one, so let's just be nice, and if you do see it before I do, there it is. And yeah, this is their 2.0. It looks like on the bottom, what do we got? Yep, 2 amp hours. So 2 amp hours, and then that other one is a 6 amp hour. That's actually pretty solid battery capacity in total. So there we have 1 battery. Let's go ahead and see, is this an identical battery? I would hope it's identical, but you never know. Yes, there we have an identical 2 amp hour battery. Really nice looking. It just looks like 3 18650 cells, maybe a 21700 cell. These cells actually look. Give me 1 second. I'll show you the. So the batteries that I'm actually talking about, these are 21700s. This is about the size of what that's looking like right there. And then these are 18650s. So these are what are used. The reason I have these are for my vapes. Those newfangled gadgets that the youngins are using. But it kind of looks like they're using the 21s. No, it's actually a little slimmer. Yep, back to my original theory. So 18650s in the back, maybe a 21700 in the front. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. But hey, whatever it is, they got 2 amp hours out of it. Because on this one alone is 3. It's really hard to see. I'm sorry, guys. This is a 3,000 milliamp hour. So if we just subtract all the ends there, this is a 3 amp hour singular battery. Now, what I would think is that they're going to run them all in parallel. And since it's going to be a high torque tool, they're going to have to run, high amperage. So each battery allows up to 35 amps. It's a total lie. I think it's a 20 amp continuous. Yep, we've got 20 amp continuous. So they might be using something similar to this. Probably not identical to this, just because this is different application. Let's go ahead and set our second battery back there. We're going to go ahead and keep digging through here. Let's look at each one of these little guys here. And that way, we will be able to get a better idea as to what we are working with. So, this one here, this looks like I believe it was the 1/4 inch chuck that we were working with. Let's go ahead and pop this out of the package. Okay, very nice. Ooh, okay, so I understand how that works. It has like this little pull mechanism. It says that it can lock into 16 different slots. I'm not really sure how that works. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a little bit closer on that for you, just so we can sort of understand a little better what we're kind of working with here. It says 16 different positions. I'm not really sure how that's actually going to work in practicality, because oftentimes things will be claimed to be possible when they're not actually possible. So let's go ahead and see if we can add a little bit more light so you guys can see a little bit better. Okay, so now you can see we've got all these individual, feel like metal, like a solid metal. This is definitely metal here. It's got a really good like clickiness to it. This whole thing, yeah, okay. Okay, now I see. So it's just like a pass-through, basically. This is a really nice composite material. Let's see. Not magnetic. Here, we get a little magnet on the back here to test it. No, it's definitely not magnetic. But this is the first of 4 attachments. So let's go ahead and we'll set that guy there. And let's check out the next one. This one looks like our close section. Not really sure. I believe I just heard little messages going off. That's probably our buddy Mike chiming in there. Let's go ahead and see if he has any public comments to say. Yep. Okay. Yep. Forgot to turn audio off. Forgot to turn my audio off. So now you are part of the live stream. Okay, let's go ahead and mute that. We don't need the whole world hearing the rest of that conversation. But what do we got here? So this one here, this is the offset. And with offset, I'm thinking, I wonder how close I can actually get the light without getting it in your face. Okay, so with the offset, again, we have this same squeezy, slidey mechanism going on here. Again, made out of the same like solid metal construction. Like, it is really solid. It's got all these ridges in it. So let's see, we've got 4 sections of 3. So that would, well, unless you count these, then that would add up to 16 different positions. But basically what they were telling me is that this here, okay, so as this rotates, it's an offset placement of this. Yep. And so basically you can squeeze or cram into other small sections And that way it kind of, you know, most times with a regular drill, you're just pushing straight out the center. Well, with this, you're going to be able to, you know, get into tighter places, sort of get in spots that you normally couldn't get. So that is our second attachment for this guy here. We'll go ahead and grab this one here. This, I believe, is the right angle. So let's go ahead and pop this open. Take a look at it. All right. So number 3, attachment number 3. Oh, we have the same notches there. Okay, so that's probably what they were saying when you can put 3 out of the 4 attachments. Well, wait, there's only 4 attachments, so 3 out of the 4. That means you're using the 4th. So you'd technically be using 2 in 1 to make any of these other tools 90 degrees. So looks like all of these are similar to these, if not identical. Doesn't look like, oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there are less, unless I can't count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. No, there are less than on this side because we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So again, same squeezy, clicky, nice metal construction. This is going to go on our drill at a 90 degree, so that way we could sort of get at things we normally couldn't get at. That's kind of the whole theme of this entire drill, is being able to get at things you normally couldn't get at. Now, I guess they were also intending to get, you know, sort of a different market involved as well. So sort of the introductory market or the auto market that normally has to use much larger tools. And this will bring us to our 3/8 inch chuck. This is just your typical, normal, everyday drill chuck. Now, if you notice, this one's smooth in here. Whereas all the others, if we take a closer look, all the others have these notches in it. This chuck is the first one that we've seen that doesn't have those notches. So I wonder if it's something to do with like the adjustment. Now this should just be a traditional chuck. Oh, it's actually not gonna let me rotate. Oh no, it's letting me rotate, just like a normal tightening chuck. Okay, so yeah, it's actually got really tight when I did that, so maybe it didn't like it. But we have our 3/8 inch chuck, we have our 1/4 inch hex, we've got our offset, and then we have our 90 degree. Now, with this 90 degree, they were telling me that technically, oh yeah, take a look at how that locking system works. So it will go in basically at whatever angle. So if we lift up and turn, yeah, so this is gonna go in and lock pretty much at every spot it can, which is really neat. It's a really cool concept. So now we have a 90 degree 1/4 inch hex, which that is really sweet. That right there just feels really solid. Actually, I'm impressed at how strong of a connection that is. So let's go ahead and see. This would be our 90 degree traditional drill bit. Well, traditional chuck. Okay, so it opens and closes. Okay, cool. Very cool. Can we also put the offset on here? The offset didn't want to click very good. Well, the offset doesn't really like that very much. Oh, nope, there. Okay, so now we're really offset. So we've got 90 degrees with a weird angle going that way. So take a look at that. That's actually really, really kind of weird. But hey, let's go ahead and dig a little deeper. We'll go ahead and pull this drill out of here. So we have a nice bag with all the Velcro for these. This is almost like a camera bag. That's probably the concept they stole it from, to be honest, because we've got our traditional camera bag. You flip it open and you put all your camera goodies in the little slots. So there we go. That's a nice little guy there. And let's go ahead and pull this out of here. So one thing that really intrigued me was the shape of this. You know, I personally don't have any drills that fit as comfortably as this. Now, like I was saying earlier, I'm gonna go ahead and take 1 second and cover that up. I almost slipped you and showed you. Again, I'm not ready to give away my 5-year warranty to any one of y'all. Now that's, you know, not a bad thing. It's just not something I'm willing to do yet. So let's go ahead and cover up our serial number. We don't want anyone to take that from us. So there we go. We've got it covered. Let me take 1 second just to double check it's not printed anywhere else. I don't think they print it anywhere else. I will say the new ones do not look to be engraved. It looks like some type of like a weatherproofing or something like that. But here is this. First things we notice here is a massive clip, and it looks to be that you're gonna hang it upside down on a pocket or a belt, anything like that. Again, we are greeted with these nice metal connection points. Looks like a standard 1/4 inch drill right there. Looks like we have an LED light. What I was told that this is like a bit holder, like a magnetic bit holder. But yeah, over on this side we have the part number. So this is brand new part for them. It's the 2505-20. It's got a 12 volt, as we saw with the M12. Regular M12. Oh, it looks like someone actually wrote on the inside of mine. How nice of them. Mine is signed by the M guy, whoever M is. Thank you for signing my drill if you're watching out there. Looks like we could actually switch the side that our belt clip is on, which for me personally, I actually would have to switch it unless I carry this on my left side. Since I'm right-handed, I'd probably put it on this side so I can clip it down on that side. Let's go ahead and throw a battery in here. This is one of those fancy drills that has their settings on the top that are digital. So on the top, this just slides for your traditional, you know, slow and high, which actually didn't make any difference at all. We do have our standard, probably just a torque change, but standard rotation on the front for our speed or what we are technically doing. We're gonna leave it on the drill setting for now. This actually feels really, really nice in the hands. We have our battery indicator on this side, and the trigger seems to have a lot of points. Wow, there's like a lot of points where the adjustment of the speed. Let's go ahead and throw the traditional chuck on here just so we can take a look at how it actually goes on. I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze this back. I'm gonna go ahead and slide that on, and since the chuck doesn't have any, you know, any of those grooves, we don't really have to line anything up. So there we have it. If you were just using it as a traditional drill, we've got the opening and closing. It's gonna be a little different pushing a button to change. Now, one thing with this button that is really nice is that if you want to lock somebody out, you just long press on this and you'll see that it indicates the red locked. So now when I pull the trigger, the tool is completely dead. So that way, if I throw it in my bag or something like that, leave a battery in it, it's not gonna be able to do anything. Doesn't matter if you switch it to high or low. If I pull that trigger and it's on lock, it's not doing anything. So now we're just gonna long press. We'll go ahead and unlock that. And now we're back on reverse. Wow, very responsive. There's one. Go ahead and switch over to 2. Wow. Nice bright LED on the front there. Let's go ahead and see if this is actually magnetic. Very cool. That is actually a pretty strong magnet to hold a battery that size. Oh my goodness. What in the world? Wow. Very strong. So now I guess if we want to remove this, we're going to go ahead and throw it halfway across the room. That was that was much easier to remove than I was expecting. So there we go. We've got that. We can go ahead and tighten down our chuck and just swap it off. We'll go ahead and grab this offset. And now this is what I was talking about with the traditional drill or chuck not having any of those grooves. So if you can look down inside there, see how those grooves? You can set it in, I believe what they said is one of 16 positions. So here's one. I'm gonna go ahead and lightly lift, rotate a little. There's 2. You can see that we'll go ahead and pull, lightly lift, rotate, that's 3. So now, if we're in the 3 setting, you can see that this entire end here spins. So it's going to allow you to kind of get in positions that you normally couldn't have gotten. So we're going to go ahead and see. We could kind of offset it all the way down, which kind of would be a little backwards, but you never know. It could come in handy to one of those positions that you never knew you needed. Kind of looks funny with this little snub nose going on there. Let's go ahead and pull this one off. We're going to switch over to the 1/4 inch chuck. Again, this one's got all those little notches in it. So this one, but it's not going to really change it. I believe it's just going to give it that much more torque. And so if we want to switch bits on here, something like that, we can just pull. And the final one here is the 90 degree. Now, I guess technically you could be 90 degrees at 16 different settings. So 90 there, we get 90 downwards. And really, we should be able to put any of these on here. So I'm not really sure in what position you'd be drilling like this, but you never know. It might actually be handy. Switch directions, go ahead and take something out at that weird angle. Now, what I'm trying to believe here is that we could technically drill something upwards. Now that might come into a spot that is very useful because we can get some serious pressure underneath. Same would go with away from you. So you get some serious pressure behind the drill and really get some pressure going forward on that. I'm probably murdering you guys with the audio every time I pull the trigger. I'm gonna try and refrain as much as possible. So here's that really crazy situation I was saying where you're gonna 90 degree with a wacko offset. So will this one actually fit on here? I don't know that it's going to. Oh, yep, there we go. So now we've got 90 degrees with an offset to the left. And it does seem to run just fine. We do have some wiggle involved. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and just run this a little. So headphone users, beware. Okay, so it does vibrate a little on 2. On the 1 setting, it doesn't vibrate as much. As long as you're holding it, there's no vibration. It was one of those things that while running right there, the vibration disappeared once I touched it. It didn't vibrate into my arm. It didn't really bother me at all. But definitely a very cool little setup there. This has just been a first look and a complete unboxing. There we have the entire tool. We can see that it stands upright. That is with the small M12 battery in. Will it stand without a tool? Actually, it does. I was not expecting that to happen, but there we go. Last thing that's in here is your traditional, oh man, probably already robbed my winning code. I didn't even see it sitting there, but one of you guys are probably fast enough to check it out and rob it on me if you didn't, hey, I get to still enter and have a chance to win just their traditional 3 different, you know, 4, yeah, 3 different. 1, 2, 3. And I don't know what that one is. 4 different, you know, light up frequencies or light up settings you have on there. Just a standard AC plug here. I mean, that's about it for this. That empties this entire bag out. We can go ahead and, you know, it's really nice that you'll probably be able to charge a battery in here. I didn't even look at the bottom. Is there vent holes on the bottom? Oh, there is vent holes on the bottom. I'm not gonna turn this enough so that way you guys can see my serial number. But if we go ahead and take a second and just cover this up, it actually has an output of 3 amps. Oh my goodness. So it actually could charge a battery to full. Well, one of the standard batteries. It could charge one of the standard batteries to full in under an hour, which is actually really nice. Now, the fancy one I showed you earlier, the 6.0, it would take 2 hours to completely charge. That is from a full dead. Excuse me. So from full dead, it would take, you know, 2 hours because this output is at 3 amps, and that is in hours, so amp hour. But yeah, I mean, traditional M12 charger we got here. We'll go ahead and put this back in the case. This is our case here. I'm sure we have some documentation up at the top. If we want, we can go ahead and take a look through that real quick. What do we got? So we've got the operator's manual. I'm sure everyone is super excited to read that. That one actually looks like it's in a couple different languages. Very nice, very nice. It's always fun, you know, you can learn a new language from a user manual. There we have that one. And anything else in here? Ah, nothing but heavy duty. Of course, Milwaukee. Why wouldn't it be anything that... Oh, we have a nice sheet here that folds out to show us all of the wonderful tools we can all blow our money on, which that's always fun. But hey guys, this is pretty much going to wrap this video up. I just want to thank everyone that did tune in and check it out. Otherwise, you can always check it out later. It's going to be live on YouTube for the rest of the eternity of YouTube. I guess that's what I was going for. I'm not really sure what I was going for, to be honest. Nice little sleeve in our bag there. But we're going to tuck this away. Got a couple projects we're going to finish up, and this drill comes in handy to finish them up. So, thanks for checking out the video, guys. We will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.